So once you remove that, there's 2 more screws right here. As you can see, there's one right here and there's another one right next to it. They're very noticeable, they're not hidden or anything, so you'll see them when you start your install. So we just gotta unscrew these as well. Okay. After you remove those, next thing you gotta do is just basically pop this sucker back. Not too hard to do, it's pretty much already out. There's like no clips or anything, so it kind of just pulls back a little bit. All you gotta do is pull that back just a little and then pop these out. There you go. See, it pops out perfectly fine. I'm gonna do the same thing on this side now. Just gotta pull it back. Now this thing is being held in by clips, so you just want to be careful when pulling it back so you don't ruin it or anything like that. So just pull it out like that. That's what it looks like. Slides right out. Okay, so now on the AC unit itself, there's 2 screws on each side. So what we'll do again is just unscrew it. Cash. Alright, so now this part right here is going to slide out. Very gentle, don't want to break it. There we go, come on, there we go. So we got this part out. Now there is a couple of plugs in the back. It won't come out all the way. So what you gotta do, just unplug them. There's one right there as well. So there's 3 plugs, one on the top right here, one on the left, and one on the right. As you see, so if you're looking at it from the front view, there's one right here, one right behind the auto, and one right behind the front. Or these 2 right here. So you can plug those, and then we can get started with the whole install or LED swap in this right here. Now on this unit itself, there's no screws really, it's just all tabs. They use to pull back and basically pull the whole pieces out. So what we're gonna do is do that right now. Be extremely careful not to break it. Be very gentle. And to be honest, anyone can do this. You just have to put your mind to it. I don't know much about cars necessarily. At least I don't know the names. I just know that what parts should go with what. So if I start talking and rambling on or saying weird stuff that doesn't sound right, or like calling things a certain way that shouldn't be called, disregard that. I don't know every name of everything, every piece of equipment that's in a car, or all the parts and stuff like that. I don't know the names of everything. So, cut me some slack, please. My God, this thing is stuck in there. Jesus Christ. I mean, oh, I got it off. Oh, sweet. That was terrifying. I thought I broke it. Alright, well, that's one side. And the other side does not want to come out. So, same thing on the other side. Let's get this bad boy rolling. There we go. Alright. So that's the main piece right there. Taken out. So we'll get this set aside real quick. And then the last thing we need to take out is the actual screen itself, which is this piece right here. Now the only lights we're going to be switching out is the screen, which is right here. If you want, you can switch out the passenger airbag light that's right here as well. It's yellow. I don't know if you want to switch it to some other color. I'm keeping all my signal lights and stuff like that the same color, just so it looks natural and not like weird. There are 2 tabs on the top we need to remove. On the left hand side, on the right hand side, there are these little clips right here. You can see it, this little clip right there, hidden. What you gotta do is just pull back on them and then you pop it out like that, real easy. Alright, so on the screen, the main little screen right here, the time and the clock and stuff like that, what we're gonna do is go behind it, and there are 2 screws back here, right there and right here. We're gonna take those off first. And then after you take off the screws that are on the back side of this, what we're going to do now is there's 2 tabs on top, and then there are 2 tabs on the bottom. So one right there, one right here, and then on this side, one right there, and then one right there. What we're going to do is we're just going to flathead, just going to pop them off, pop it, and lock it. Yeah. Alright. So there's the back plate. Put that aside. So what we're gonna do now is we have the main board exposed. We need to get under it so we can get the lights on the front side of it. So there are 1, 2, 3, 4. There are 4 screws in the back. So there's one right here, 2 right here, and there's one other one right there. So same thing, just unscrew them. So now we'll just pull back on it. Set this down carefully so you don't lose the pieces that are on it. So this one's gonna be kind of difficult to do, mostly because the screen right here where the clock is, the LEDs are under it. Bad part though is that since it does have the pins that are right here going across, they are soldered on right there. So it's gonna be extremely difficult to get it off. Now on the good side of it, the white piece right here isn't attached. So not the smartest thing to do, but we might be able to bend it. Be extremely careful. You can kind of just bend it just a little bit. There we go. Bend it just enough so we have access to 4 LEDs are on the bottom of this. There are 4. I don't know if you can see that. See that? Yeah. So this one's gonna be extremely hard to install because you don't want to ruin the screen. Oh, look at that. So we can take the white piece off. So that's good. Still gonna be really hard to do though because the screen's in the way and you don't want to mess the screen up or break it or anything like that. So we're gonna put this white piece aside and then we're gonna make some room so we can start soldering. So here's the AC controls right here. Depending on your car, it might be a lot different than mine, but for the most part, taking it apart is pretty simple. I think you might be able to figure it out. For me, all I have to do is take apart these screws that are on the back side. So one right here, 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 and there's 2 right here. After I take the screws off, I just need to open up these tabs and then the whole unit will slide out. Alright, so just want to just pull back. I'll pull up, there we go. Don't lose the screws. Okay, here is the board right here. What we need to do, or what I should have done first, was go ahead and pull these out. After you get these off, the unit will pretty much slide out. What you gotta do, just pull it. So after you take off the front plate right here, this is what we see. Now I would say let's take the screen off first, because that's one of the more delicate pieces and you be extremely careful with that. What we can do is it is being held by 4 tabs, one right here, here, here on top, and then right here. Luckily though, these do bend back because they're meant to basically place this board or the screen in place. What we can do is push up on the screen. So we'll push up on it. Alright, so here's the piece after you take out the plate. What we need to do first is take out the screen because that is one of the delicate pieces that are on here. What we can do though is there are 4 tabs around it. There's one right here, 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 and here. These 2 on the bottom or the top of it, they do bend back, so we don't have to worry about those as much. The ones that we do have to worry about are these 2 right here. These 2 do not move at all. So when taking this screen off, we're going to have to be very careful when doing it. So what we can do is basically get our flatheads and kind of just pry it up very gently by where the prongs are. Because once we can get those off, then we'll be chilling for the most part. And then when doing this as well, pull back on the top tabs just so this has room to actually move. So we'll start on this close side, the closest side to it. And just get gently pry it up. And try to stay closer to the glass side and not the actual screen. Just so you don't ruin it. Okay, so now we're going to start on this side. I'm just going to gently pry up. Oh god. I hate doing this too. This is really scary because I don't want to break the screen. It is a nice screen. So one thing you don't want to break. Okay. Take it easy. this one. I'm gonna get the other Phillips, or not Phillips, flathead, and we're gonna put it on the other side of the prong so this can get the whole thing up. So all I'm gonna do is get under it and just kind of twist very gently. There we go. Beautiful. So after you get that off, like I said before, be extremely careful. We're just gonna pull it back and then basically pop it out. So now look how long these are. Kind of hard to see, but they're extremely long, and there's the screen right there. It's a very delicate piece. Alright, so after you take off the screen, which is one of the most delicate pieces on here, all you have to do is on the back side, there are two tabs. There's one right here, and there's one right here. All you have to do is pull them back, and then the board will come off. So, I'll do that right now. I'm just going to pull it back, and the main board is exposed, and then here's this piece. We can set this aside. So now that we got the main board, the lights that I'm going to switch out, for instance, are going to be basically all of these except for the ones that are in the boxes. So you can see there's black boxes going around certain ones. Those ones I'm not going to switch out, because what those black boxes are is these green indication lights right here. Now in the car, whenever you turn one of these on, the green light comes on showing that it is, on. So I'm not going to switch those out because I like the green. And then also there's a black box, which is right where this is, which is orange light showing that the front heater's on. I'm going to keep that on, just because you kind of set out from all the blue. Be a nice little color change. So I'm going to basically solder all these and switch them out to the blue ones. So let me do that and we can get back to it and look at the final results. So I ran out of LEDs. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I have 6 left on the AC unit, and then I also have to do the doors. So I ordered some more. When I get those, I'll continue the video. So yeah, just gonna have to wait on it.